Hey guys, welcome to General Chemistry. My name is Mrs. Mazarone. I'll be your instructor this semester. This video is going to just serve as an introduction to the Blackboard course. That's going to be kind of our hub of information. It's where this course hinges on. So I'm going to introduce you to the Blackboard website and give you some tips and tricks, and hopefully that'll set you guys up for success this semester. To get to this Blackboard website, you're going to log into my.cfcc.edu. Then you're going to click on Blackboard, and then you'll find my course, Chem 151. Once you enter into the course, this is what it's going to look like on your end. So what you'll see kind of across the top are just different tabs that you can go to. Content is where you're going to spend most of your time. Announcements, so we'll have weekly announcements. You might want to peek here if you need a refresher on those announcements. And then gradebook will also be something you'll want to keep an eye on as well. When you're starting this course, what you'll want to do is start with the Start Here folder. So click on the folder and it opens up. So here's some instructions for getting started, just some different things that you need to familiarize yourself with. And then we've got the ever important enrollment verification. So this is kind of like your ticket to get into class. Once you complete this enrollment verification, you've been marked present for this class and you can continue to access it. If for some reason you do not complete the enrollment verification by January 17th, you'll be kicked out or dropped from this class. So make sure you complete that. It's also going to lock you out of all of the other information in this course if you do not complete that enrollment verification. So again, that's kind of like your ticket that you have to get punched. And once you punch that ticket, then everything else opens up for you. So enrollment verification is going to be one of the first things you want to knock out. Then you'll see course information. So course information is going to be all the very important stuff pertinent to this course. So course syllabus, all of the policies and rules laid out for this class. Course schedule, so this is going to be your module schedule. So what is due, when is it due? So that's going to be probably an important piece of paper that you maybe want to print out and just kind of use it as a checklist throughout the semester. Instructor contact, so that's how to get a hold of me. The best way to do that is via email. That's going to be the quickest response time, something that I see the fastest, and usually the easiest way to communicate. If you want to communicate outside of just email, shoot me an email, let me know. We can set up a phone call, we can set up a video chat if you need some help outside of just writing emails back and forth. The next two are going to be things that aren't necessarily pertaining to my course, but are still really important. So just some things that the college makes accessible to you. The next one, student support and tech help. Again, this is not pertinent to my, or is not strictly for my course, but is pertinent to everything. So here you'll find links to CFCC IT help desk. So you're going to run into some sort of technology glitch. It's just part of the process. So this is going to be a good place to go to get help with those technology glitches, unlocking your account, resetting your password, those sorts of things. And then just student support services. There's lots of support that Cape Fear provides, whether it's tutoring, financial, counseling. There's lots and lots of things that they offer. So this would be a great place to go to look for that. Then you'll see coursework. So all these coursework folders are things that I have set up that are strictly for this course. So the introduction module, Start Here. So these are going to be other things that you need to do to set yourself up for success. In this course, we're going to use, of course, Blackboard as kind of our central hub. But we're also going to use two other platforms for our assessments. So that first platform is going to be the active learning. So active learning is going to be where homework and quizzes and tests take place. So you'll want to get logged into that. You'll need to pay for that, so you can purchase the code from the bookstore, or you can purchase the code right on the active learning site. It doesn't matter which route you take, but you will need to purchase access to that. And then the other platform that we're going to be using is something called LabFlow. So this is going to be the lab portion of this class. So again, you'll need to purchase access to LabFlow, again, right on the website or code from the bookstore. But once you purchase once you purchase that access, you can get into the LabFlow site and get to know that. Okay, so these are going to be two things you're going to want to get on very, very quickly. Prior to next week, you'll want to have access to both of these platforms. If financial aid is something that you are still working on, or it's just not feasible for you to pay for it this weekend, they do allow a grace period for both of these. So you can still get into the platforms, you can still log on, get your first module finished as you work the finances out on the backside. So please don't let finances prevent you from getting started or get you behind in this class. You have a 2-week grace period. Get in there, get started. We'll figure out the finances. And then lastly, the textbook for this course is an online textbook, and it's free. It's an OpenStax textbook. And so here's instructions for how you can access that. There's a number of ways that you can get access to it. So you can download it as a PDF, put it on Kindle or whatever you have, or just simply access the website. If you're the kind of person that likes a physical paper copy, you can also order a physical textbook. It's for a very nominal fee. I want to say it's under $60. And they'll send you a printed version of that textbook. So you can get that if you're an old school paper and pencil person. And then the next thing you'll see is coursework exam 1. So this is going to be our first folder for exam 1. The way that I organize my classes is that each exam will have its own folder. So exam 1 will have its own folder, exam 2, 3, 4, and so on. Now what you'll see is you guys do not have access to this. So I'm trying to click into this coursework exam 1 folder, but I don't have access to it. Why not? Access will be granted upon completion of the EV. So here's the point where you are locked out until you punch that ticket. Lucky for you, I can get into that and show you what it looks like, but you're going to have to do your EV before you can get into it. So let me get out of the student preview here. And this is my site, so it's going to look a little bit different than yours, but I do want to show you what these folders look like. So once you've punched your ticket and you have access to this exam 1 folder, here's what it's going to look like. So what's going to have is each of the modules that are due. So you see your first official module is due on January 16th. So you open up the module 1 folder and everything you need for that is in here. So a study plan, kind of a checklist of all the things you need to do. And then lecture videos. These are videos that basically my face-to-face students get the same thing. You just get it without seeing me in the classroom. But you'll still see me work out problems. You'll hear me talk over the slides. So this is a great resource for you as you're learning chemistry. Okay. Module 1, that'll be due January 16th. Then you'll have Module 2. And then the last thing I want to point out inside of these coursework folders are these helpful handouts. So in here, you will find a summary of exam 1 materials. This would be a great place to go when you're starting to get ready for exam 1. Checklist of what do I know? What do I need to work on? You also see an exam 1 cover page. I highly recommend that you have this in front of you while you're taking the test. So on this exam 1 cover page, you'll find a periodic table, and then you'll find any formulas and equations that might be pertinent to that exam. So you're not going to have time to go look up all of these formulas that you need. So having this cover page in front of you will be very beneficial. The other thing I want to talk about is exams. So your exams will be proctored. This means it will lock down your screen. You will need a webcam to take the exam in front of. More information about that will come out as we get closer to the exam. But I want to make that clear that this is a requirement for the course. Exams are proctored in this course, so just be prepared and ready for that as the first exam approaches. That's it for your introduction to Blackboard. If you have any questions or concerns outside of that, please reach out to me. I'm here to help you. My job is to support you in this online course. Just because we don't see each other on a daily basis doesn't mean that I'm not here for you. So please reach out to me. I also want to make it known that the introduction module, so I do have some things that are due on January 9th. So that's going to be Tuesday of next week. So I do want you to get into the active learning and do the quiz. It's literally a yes, no, are you here quiz. I want you to have the enrollment verification done by January 9th. And then there's some assignments that are due in LabFlow on January 9th. These assignments are not fast. They're going to take some time. So make sure you guys give yourself the time to complete those assignments and have them due air into me by January 9th. The other thing I want to talk about is Tuesdays are going to be really important days for us. So on Tuesdays, that's when all of your modules are going to be due. So 11:59 p.m. on Tuesday, a module will be due and another module will open for the next week. So you have 7 days to complete these modules, but just go ahead and put into your brain that Tuesdays are big days for us. That's when things are due in this course. I hope you guys found this introduction video helpful. I look forward to a great semester with you guys. Take care.